Hi everyone, so pleased you enjoyed making your potions yesterday. I was in school with some of the children and we really enjoyed making them, so I'm so pleased you did too. Here are my list of ingredients and also my observations of what my potion looked like. So from following yesterday's activity you will have a list that is similar to this as well. It will have a list of the things, the imaginary things that you put into your potion. And then it may also have some descriptions that you wrote down as to what your potion was doing and what it looked like, maybe what it smelt like as well. Now we're going to use these thoughts to help us to build our own poem. Now you are going to have a sheet that looks like this today. And what I've done is I've included some of the repeating parts of the poem that I shared with you a couple of days ago. And you can see here where there are lines, they are the spaces for you to include your own ideas. So what I did first of all is I looked at these words here, so witch, mean, cat and shark. And I know from the last poem that I need to find words that rhyme with witch, mean, cat and shark. So I started by just having a little think about which words would rhyme with each of those words, and I made myself a little word bank just to have at the bottom of the page, or you could do it wherever you wanted. And then the next thing I did is I went back to my list and thought about some words in there that might rhyme, that might work together. So for example, nail and scales, they have a rhyme. So they might work really well together. There also might be words in there that I really know I want to keep in. So for example, I might want to really make sure I keep in frog's breath. I really liked that description. And I really liked the idea of it being a smelly poem as well. So I want to make sure I include that as well. So I might include the swampy and green idea as well. Okay. Now, it's not a particularly easy task. I know that it's not something I find particularly easy to write poetry, but I think that by persevering, and you can have a couple of days to do this because it might take you a little bit longer, I think you'll be really excited with your results. So I'm going to share with you a little bit of how I built my poem. Okay, so I'm making witch spells. Now the words here I've got to use ditch. Ditch is quite dirty and smelly. Maybe I'm making witch spells smelling like a ditch spells. That would work. I like that. I haven't included enough space, have I? There we go. So I'm going to read that through and see if I like how it sounds. I'm making witch spells, smelling like a ditch spells. Yeah, I like that. I think that sounds good. So next I'm going to think about how I could do another line, and I need to include a rhyme here that's then going to need a rhyme here if I follow the pattern of the poem that we had before. Okay, so what have I got on here? I've got about the toenail and I've got about the scales. I remembered that they rhymed, didn't they? So maybe I could use those here. Okay, I'm making witch spells, smelling like a ditch spells. Stir the pot. Now what was it doing? It was fizzing. I like fizzing, using my words from yesterday. Stir the fizzing pot with a, what could it be with? A toenail. Okay. I'm making witch spells, smelling like a ditch spells. Stir the fizzy pot with a toenail. Okay, great. I'm making mean spells. Now, what words have I got here that rhyme with mean? So I've got green, clean, lean. Well, green would definitely fit with mine because mine was green and swampy. Okay, so I'm making mean spells. I can't use green and swampy, but I can use swampy and green. That would work. I'm making mean spells. Swampy. And green spells. That sounds good. Now I need to rhyme this with toenail. Do you remember the word that I had underlined? Scales. Okay. I'm making mean spells. Swampy and green spells. Something about... So if I put scales at the end, I know I want it to end in scales. Can you see how I'm building it up? Stop there. Maybe turn you into scales. That wouldn't make sense. Turn your skin into scales. That would work. So, turn your skin into scales. Swampy and green spells. Turn your skin into scales. I need something else there. Oh, rotten dragon scales. Going to use one of these. Doesn't matter that it's untidy at the moment. So I'm going to read it all the way from the beginning, see how I like it. I'm making witch spells, smelling like a ditch spell, stir the fizzy pot with a toenail. I'm making mean spells, swampy and green spells, turn your skin into rotten dragon scales. Yeah, I like that so far. Now, I'm not going to bore you with how I'm going to do the rest of this. If you wanted to stop at this point, just do a short poem, no problem at all. Please, don't make it too much of a stress for yourselves. If you're enjoying it and you're finding that you want to continue, please do go on to the next one. That would be fantastic. So what I'll do is I'll just share with you my finished poem that I got to. Okay, and you can see that I've made lots of changes as I've gone through. And that's what we would do, isn't it, when we're writing? We want to reread and make sure that our writing is exactly saying what we want it to say. So, I've read this bit to you a few times, won't bore you with that. So, here I got to. I'm making cat spells, tail of a rat spells, a drop of frog's breath and a spiky wing. I'm making shark spells, slithery and dark spells, make you feel all dizzy and make a dreadful din. So, that's my finished poem. As I've said on my notes, if you want to spend today perhaps just doing, this part, finding your rhyming words, absolutely do that and then leave the poem writing for Friday, not a problem. Or if you want to get through it all today, you're in a groove and you get it all done today, that's great. I'll put an optional task for literacy for Friday. Okay, can't wait to see them. If you're feeling confident enough to maybe share them, that would be lovely. We'd love to see them. Or if you're feeling confident enough to perform them even, I know that we've enjoyed watching some of those in class. Okay guys, really looking forward to this one. Good luck.